Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Monster Mash. I apologize in advance for any crunching. We have a veggie tray, and fuck you, it's awesome.
It's really good.
We left our party in the middle of a heated battle with some Yetis.
Chilling pun you've got there.
Yeah. Stone Cold Killer. Half the party is paralyzed. Our NPC Orc Escort, Cruz Kungel, the future bringer of Christmas, is bleeding to death in the snow.
He'll be fine.
And we pick back up with Vedelvek, the poor paralyzed rogue, making a Constitution saving throw. Which he did not pass. Sortie.
Right.
There are only 2 Yetis left.
Okay. Are any of them injured?
Both? Yes, they both got
What
lightning.
about
Oh, wait, no.
I thought we had 3.
Yeah, I mapped that wrong. There are 2 injured Yetis and 1 uninjured Yeti because the lightning bolt did not hit all 4.
Whoa. They take half damage.
Yeah, they took half damage. There are 2 injured Yetis. 1 that you dropped, and 1 that you couldn't reach to the boat.
Oh, I heard 2 unharmed Yetis. I was like,
Oh.
whoa, dude.
Did I say unharmed?
No.
Maybe.
I
Uh-huh.
don't think so. Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Sortie goes nearest.
Okay.
Yeti. I'm not sure what did that land on. Like
Like a
half.
9.
Like kind of halfway between.
Let's call it a 9.
All right, 9 plus 8.
That'll do it.
Cool. We dropped the Yeti.
If, like, water chestnuts and honeydew had a baby.
Yeah.
That's how I describe the jicama.
Yeah. That's actually pretty accurate.
Sorry, Internet, we're learning about really common vegetables.
I don't know if it's common, dude.
15 damage.
I've seen 24 years of my life, and I've never even heard the word jicama.
They look really weird when they're uncarved, too. We got him at the...
Who's Clifford?
Might wanna.
Oh, I thought you meant like the dog.
Oh.
When you see them in places, they look really weird.
How do you spell jicama?
H, I think? Yeah, I think it's spelled exactly like it sounds. Alright, Sortie does get 2 attacks per turn.
Not an
X is next to the C.
9. That's not. Or 8.
That'll do it.
Yeah, that looks very strange. It looks like
Plus 8.
it looks like a potato
Yeah,
ate an
it
onion.
looks like a potato.
You
Well,
don't,
it's like a potato onion.
Yeah.
you don't quite drop it, but you do good.
Cool.
Cruz
I
has
should
a
grow some.
death saving throw to fail. Probably shouldn't be announcing the results of the saving throws to you guys. Alright, Yeti attacking Sortie. 17?
Aw.
Okay. Let go of my headphones. 9 damage.
Okay.
Claw number 2. Yes, and 6 more. The one that's attacking Cole is going to get advantage because Cole is standing there. And boy, does it need it. Yeah, one of those is a 19. Plus, numbers. 7 damage to Cole. Yeah, because you can't reduce a 1 any lower. And the other claw still manages not to break through your plate mail. The last one's going to Yap because you zapped it.
Oh, it's okay.
Does a 19 hit you?
Oh, it certainly does.
Oh, okay.
I have the littlest of ACs.
You're going to take 9 damage, and then you're going to give me a Constitution saving throw. You don't have any cold resistance, do you? Okay. Welcome to Paralyzed. You don't have a plus 10. Well, good news, Yap. You get to make your saving throw. Until next time. Cole, saving throw attempt number 2 of 10. I guess out of 9, because on the last turn it's really a moot point. Plus... no. Vendelbeck? Okay, I was wondering when someone was going to cash in their inspiration.
I probably didn't need it. Oh well.
You good?
You are free.
Is that by turn?
Yeah,
or-
it happens at the end of your turn. Sortie.
Okay. How many are you?
You are still squaring off with a very harmed one.
Okay.
There is a moderately harmed one next to you swinging at Cole, and one who looks just dandy up in Yayev's business.
Well, I'm gonna attack the one that's attacking.
Okay.
Let's see.
11. You make what you think is a rather daring head swipe, only to find it rebutted by a Yeti horn.
There we go. And my second attack.
They have like ram horns.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They summon
20, natural 20.
up. Natural 20. Crit this bastard away.
Okay. 5 plus 8 plus 8. Or whatever.
Yep, that is a dead Yeti. A deady. Maybe I should have put a pun warning on these podcasts. Or put in some air horn sound effects in post.
There we go.
Alright. Brings us around to Cruz. Das Yetis. Across the field of battle, the Yetis shoot a worried look at each other. I was going to say, and then some attacks of opportunities happen, but it occurs to me that the people who are engaged with Yetis are paralyzed. So the 2 remaining Yetis turn and book it into the woods.
What about Vendelek?
The initiative order is Yetis, Yayev, Cole, Vendelvek. Vendelvek's, the one that was on you, got killed by lightning. I appreciate the Tenacious D nod there.
I also shoot lightning from my finger nails.
That's a deep cut. And if anybody out there on SoundCloud gets it, you need to go get yourself a cookie right now. I'll probably be putting this one up on SoundCloud unless I find a decent visual editor, in which case, good job, YouTube, you're in on the joke.
And if you're not, I just want you to know that I'm a wizard, a wizard, a wizard man.
Neither of those nouns are true. You are neither a wizard nor a man.
I'm male. Yayev's male, I think.
You're male, but I don't know if I would ever call a goblin a man.
No.
Alrighty. For all intents and purposes, combat is over.
So are surviving 2 die, or are they ran off?
They ran off. And Cruz is still out in the snow.
Why did they let which other person go?
Probably because they were dying.
There were 5 of them when this started.
I guess that's fair. And sorry to most of them.
You're the only one.
So at this
Other
point,
than
you'll have
Yaya.
the
That's
power to
true,
make a
you
decision
do.
between do we chase them or do we tend to Cruz?
Cruz is
Say,
our
the paralyzed
bro.
medic would like to keep the meat bugs alive.
Yeah. Like, hello!
Oh yes, the medic is paralyzed. Give me so it's going to be a bit of a time race between him potentially failing some more death saving throws and you unparalyzing. So he just made his throw for this turn. So go ahead and make your Nope,
3.
that's one
But-
more round of saving throws.
Well, no. Hold on.
Okay.
May I roll?
Yes. But in either case, you get unparalyzed at the end of your turn, so he would have had to make at least one more.
Darn.
What was your total?
But it's 13. Gonna get me up.
13, yes.
Then I will say, "Wake up, Cruz! Wake up!" with my
He-
healing words of wisdom.
Okay. So just going by the way initiative ticks around, he has one last throw to make before you can heal him.
And
Okay, it's a good thing you're healing him this turn. Listeners, that was one little facet of the die away from Santa Claus dying.
Christmas is ruined.
forever.
Alrighty, go ahead and heal him there. Yeah.
How much is healing word?
This holiday that we're
Healing
creating
word is a
ruined.
D...
Like 6 or a D4 or something?
D4.
There we go.
D4.
I was gonna say, anything that's player class related is kind of your guys' area.
Cool. Do I add anything, other healer? Is it just the D4?
Maybe your charisma.
Healing word is a level 1.
Yes.
Healing word is
Or healing wind.
your
It's word.
wait,
Is
word
it?
or
Oh,
word?
it's word. I just wrote wind.
Okay, it's 1d4 plus your
Put your
spellcaster
fun
ability.
face in.
I'm sorry?
1d4 plus your spellcaster ability.
Okay.
And if you use it at a higher slot, you can add.
Spellcasting ability
It's charisma for you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he heals by 5.
Good roll.
Thank you. I saved Christmas, everybody.
Good job.
Well, at least Santa comes too. Angry green Santa.
Christmas is green, so
Coal. I shall burn them like coal. Also, where's the cleric?
Cleric is frozen.
Can I even talk in it now?
Technically, no.
Okay.
I imagine you gurgle when you're paralyzed.
But by the end of the minute, you're free. So at that point, you'll
Alright, fair enough.
clink on over.
Luckily, this battle's.
You wander over to him. He's alive, but he hasn't bothered to get up. He's just rolled onto his back, and he looks at you and says, "I hate Yetis."
Me too.
what about dead yetis?
That's true. I'm not
Dead Yeti is the only good Yeti.
Or set on fire.
I thought they were nice. I liked them.
Sorry is nursing some serious.
He looks at the miscellaneous claw gouges across his body, and he goes, "I bet you did. You didn't get hurt at all, did you?"
I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think we
Fine
all
damage,
did.
actually. So everyone's not paralyzed anymore. The battle ended. We're
Yes, you're good. Nobody else like cauliflower before I realize I've eaten all the cauliflower?
It's like discount broccoli.
I disagree entirely.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't have a problem
cauliflower
with
is a
cauliflower.
delicious treat, and broccoli is nasty crap.
I cannot believe you feel that way.
I think we have this
disappointed.
argument every week.
Do we?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm right every week, because...
I don't remember what cauliflower tastes like, but I'm pretty sure I don't like it.
It tastes like crunchy. That's
Tastes
like
like-
really the only way to describe cauliflower. And that it doesn't have much of a taste.
I took the biggest piece, and I apologize.
It's okay. But I just
Shortly
realized-
after saying I don't like it as much as broccoli.
I just realized there wasn't a whole lot, and it was all in my corner, so I needed to share the cauliflower. It's one of those veggies that left unattended I will just destroy. Quality D&D podcast.
Cauliflower.
All right, and quiet falls once more over the rugged footpath of the winding backside of Mount Parasol.
Should we take a short rest? Perhaps play a song?
If you feel it would be a good idea to sit here. Counterpoint, those things are telling the Septimus we're here.
Oh, I can talk?
I don't know, but even an animal can express danger.
Oh, that's true.
Normally we just wave our arms around.
The butterfly wings have a point.
Oh, that's me.
That is you.
Would it be protective at all? We're in a forest.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be counterproductive with the Septimus or deities to set some of the trees on fire?
Your guess is as good as his.
It's also snowing, so there will be very.
There are pine trees. They don't necessarily burn the best.
And also there's a village at the base.
Rocketfield.
Yeah,
Burn
you
the
know.
village.
burn the whole
Burn down the
village.
town fair to
Yeah.
save. Well, I've got a mistress to the street.
I don't
so I
recall
can live with
saving the
this.
town actually being anywhere on your agenda.
True.
Oh my gosh.
Well, if we burn it down...
There's no more cookies.
We're bringing the joy of Christmas. It's a really, really big Yule log. That whole town.
Crackling warmth
Okay,
in the
I
heart.
do have one question.
Mm-hmm.
What's Christmas?
That's true.
We did kind of follow it.
He gets up from the snow and looks at you guys. Oh, I didn't inform you of Christmas.
Christmas.
It's what I plan to call the era of tyranny that I bring to this place once I've conquered its wiliest beast.
Oh.
Cool.
That sounds death metal. Let's do this.
Are there going to be cookies?
He brought them with him, so I believe that will be for this tradition.
Dungeon masters should not eat celery. Crook says yes. Cookies made of flour of the bones of my enemies. So, maybe salty.
He's like the rich person.
Yeah.
Maybe you're married to her.
I hope so.
As long as they're not mine.
Still containing chocolate chips.
That is a very, very good
Yep, that settles it.
anecdote there.
Let's bring Christmas.
I'm not saying that you're feeling fantasy crystal knocked, but I'm not saying that. Alright. Cruz gets up, dusts the snow off himself, and it sounds like you guys have decided not to take a breather, so he continues right on up the trail.
Damn, that guy's relentless.
Yeah. He's an orc.
Did you heal him?
I did.
He wouldn't let me. He wouldn't.
He just said you didn't want to take a rest.
Oh well. Well, we started moving, or can we take a step back?
You can dash to catch up to him.
Yeah, well, everyone's kind of hurt. I was thinking maybe we should do a general moving.
We could if we're AoE.
I'm gonna make a mask thing. That area.
Such as mass healing.
Yeah.
Well,
Heal your party once or close.
one of
That's
her spells takes 10 minutes to cast, but it heals everything within like a 30-foot radius.
Right. Which if we could
Keep
do
the
10
trees.
minutes. Like, we could. Oh.
10-minute rest isn't as bad as an hour rest.
That's true. Shall we take a break from this? Shall we play Maggie?
Make your choice.
Make a choice. No.
I believe it's mostly Crushed that needs to have
Yeah.
input on this.
He's been trudging along, grumbling about Septimus pie.
What does that taste like?
We're gonna find out.
Tastes like 7 of them.
It will taste like victory.
What's that taste like?
The sweetest thing.
Or sweet?
Yeah, my mom.
He shakes his head and realizes he's been discussing food with a sword, and continues to walk up the mountain. Not too long after, you guys come to your first real hurdle for two of you. A cliff face.
I should have learned to fly.
He looks up at and looks back at you guys. The cliff looks to be about 40 feet or so of rather sheer rock. Any handholds are surely going to be a natural
Is this
outcropping.
cliff up or down?
Straight up.
Okay.
Can we go around? We just have to climb.
You imagine that you might be able to go around, but you don't know if the terrain will get steeper on either side or what the situation will be. And the little bit of a path that seems to be still worn into the snow definitely leads right up to the cliff face.
Before we ascend this possibly deadly cliff for some of us with lower health and not the ability to fly, should we take a 10-minute break and do a prayer of healing?
The orc has one hand on the rock and turns back to you and goes, I suppose.
Yes. So we say we're going to do that. And it will take 10 minutes. So that'll be about as long as it takes me to figure out this spell.
Alright. Good, good.
Basically, just look to see how much it heals, and then it heals everyone that much.
Alright, up to 8 points of 2d8.
That is going to sound great in the playback.
I hope it does.
Yes, cover my fumbling, please. With that beautiful effects.
Continue to heal yourself, please.
2d8.
But it has to sound worse.
Hmm?
It has to sound worse because you have a bunch of holes in your bagpipe.
And water.
Yeah.
It's a very sputtering, wheezing bagpipe
Okay, I
number.
can't look at bagpipes played poorly.
No,
on
that's
YouTube.
fine, because all bagpipes are bagpipes played poorly.
So, 12 plus 6 is 10, plus the spell
Alright, joke's
modifier
done.
is 14.
Stop.
And then don't forget to add 2 plus the spell's level because you're a cleric of life.
Anything like level 2, so plus 1.
So everybody gets 18 back?
Oh,
Everybody gets 18 back.
awesome.
Awesome.
That's over
Back
half
to
my
full.
health.
Yeah.
Some people probably need it plus 18.
And someone actually heals more than that because she gets healed for each person that she heals.
Oh, that's right.
Do I?
Yes.
Your little healing.
Right.
That
It's just an
remember
additional-
You add an extra 2 plus the spell of healing.
And then you get 2 plus the spell level back.
So plus 4 for me,
Yes.
in addition. Okay, lose that much for this.
Actually, does that spell affect you already?
It says up to 6 creatures of your choice.
Okay.
The spell's range.
Because I don't know if I know it's when she heals other creatures. I don't know if that can also include her. I'm gonna give you
Right.
to this time because I don't want to bog us down with looking stuff up, but we need to look into that. 5th edition seems easy, but sometimes it's not.
Cool.
We've seen all of Krusk's Yeti scratches come to a close, and even his previous ice spear stabby hole closes a little bit there. It defrosts.
That's good.
You don't know if that's because of your healing or just because you're made of fire.
Or he's Crest. Crest.
He looks around the party after 10 minutes have gone by, and he goes, "Are we ready to climb now? Because I'm not a fan of sitting in the snow and wind."
We fly.
Yeah, at this point, he looks down at Yayap and Cole and goes, "I can't carry both of you. That one's armor alone weighs as much as my pack."
My ears go down a little bit. Carefully, you bagpipes.
And that's why
I-
you're climbing.
That was a compliment. I thought you were trying to anger my ancestors.
Did they like it?
No.
I'm gonna jump on his back anyways.
I don't want to look up how grapple works, but why don't you give me an athletics check? I'm not going to oppose it. I just want to see how well you latch on there.
Not an acrobatics check?
No, because he's going to struggle against you.
And 11. Wait. An 11.
You at least managed to dangle from his backpack. He grunts a little bit.
Yes.
Which leaves me in my heavy armor to climb on my own.
I suppose it does.
Can't you shoot fire so hard that you fly?
She's
I am
not, in fact,
Firestorm.
Prince Zuko.
Darn. Because that'd be really savage. I would respect you on another level.
Alright. I had a DC hero go through my head. You had Avatar. What did everyone else think of the flying?
What DC hero?
Firestorm?
Oh, not one of us said
I don't know
Johnny
if I know
Blades.
I
Firestorm.
was going to say Fantastic Four. Which is Marvel's?
Mark.
But Fox.
What?
But Fox. Or something.
Yeah, Fox.
Yeah, it's Fox.
A sad moment to think of the movie that could have been. And we press on. Alright.
A moment of silence.
I'm gonna
Alright,
give
so everyone but Sorty is back up at 4.
I'm gonna give Chris. Don't forget during combat you have your healing wind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Chris disadvantage for having a Yayap dangling from his pack.
You better
He
not get
still very, very easily makes it up that cliff. Yeah, these dice better cool down before we get back into combat. Alright,
Sorty flies up.
Sorty flies up just fine. Nunavik flies up just fine. Probably doing some loop-de-loops because that's his style. And we're going to need a
And that
athletics
could go
check from
180
Cole.
feet around, so...
Yes.
Right.
Oh, good.
Plus 3.
Everything in logic says that your fiery form should be melting a little bit of ice on the rock as you go up, but somehow you just stick to it and climb up easier than the orc. So,
Plus 9. No, I'm pretty sure it's you.
So you're good, yeah. Once you get to the top of the little cliff face there, in order to firmly get his point across, Kroos drops his backpack completely to get Yayap onto the ground.
Oof.
Your turn to carry for me. This bag is at least as big as you are.
Velvet just flutters on by laughing.
Yep.
Does it have straps?
Yes.
Can I drag it?
Yes. I expected you to.
I drag it.
Alright. You leave a wide wedge of trail behind you, but it goes through the snow with some effort.
I hope there's nobody following us, because
After about 5 minutes of hoping you'd stop ruining his stuff, he just picks it back up.
my ears perk again. I like Krusk.
Remind me when we leave this place, I need to have some strong words with Papaya.
Okay.
Are you gonna give him crow oil?
I'm not going to give him crow oil.
Are they going to be positive strong words?
It's going to be
Strong
an
words of
earful
enforcement?
about this goblin he sent my way.
They're good words, though, right?
Let's just kill this thing.
I very, very quietly tap my drums.
Spectrum.
You press on a little while longer, and aside from a few more sightings of yellow eyes in the trees, nothing too bad seems to happen. A few hours of much harder climbing later, you come to the very Grinchian cave at the crooked top of the mountain. You look into the initial chamber, and it appears to be just an empty, dark space that starts to lead down.
Are there any tracks leading in or out?
We just went all this way up, and now I gotta go back. And down.
There don't seem to be any tracks in the snow. The snow doesn't make it too far inside either. Looks surrounding as well. Living torch, would you like to lead the way?
Yes. I march bravely forward.
Second. This is 32nd.
Then it like follows the wall.
You are cold-blooded. So if anything, you should be happy to get inside the cave. So you guys start to walk forward. Krust puts a firm hand on Yayap's shoulder. He says, "Little one, we march to war. Prepare the pipes."
Yes. Yeah. I think I already got rid of it. I also looked up bad bagpipe playing. Oh, shut up, lady. Didn't ask for that. Just play. A moment is ruined.
Sounds like yeah.
It didn't sound so bad until it was just a fart.
We're going to war, folks.
Echoing and cantinkering down the cave like the haunting wail of some long-tortured soul, the party descends into darkness under the cover of Yayap's bagpipes. It would be darkness if the Magnum wasn't leading your way. If you'd like to make a performance check to not play the bagpipes like shit, you can feel free.
I hear what you're saying.
It's better to be.
But you choose to...
It sounds like that would be the take 10.
I took a 10.
After a moment, he looks down and says, "Okay, we've gone to war enough."
The war may be over already.
If I had a tail, I'd be wagging. I did good.
Can sort of hear that.
Yes.
Okay.
You feel that, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably like weirdly vibrate from the obnoxious sound waves just like bouncing off of you.
I'll take another sortie-only perception check.
2.
Bagpipes too much.
Then I'll take everybody, including Sword's perception check.
20. Natural 20.
Where was that a moment ago?
Yeah.
17?
You're rolling a lot better with my dice.
I know. 18.
15 plus 4. 17.
Yeah.
You guys press on the main tunnel of this very ragged-looking natural cavern. And as you go, you start to notice that there are branching tunnels, but they all lead out from the roof of the cave. Which stops things. That may explain the lack of footprints.
How many tunnels do we see?
7.
Oh,
6, because you're in one.
okay.
But thank you all for stealing my thunder.
Damn it. I'm so disappointed that everybody guessed it but me. Everyone. 7 arms he has. Fuck, sorry. Jeez. I say we roll a 7-sided die. Wait, no. A d6, because we're in one of them. I say we leave it to the gods of chance. And
First reminds you, I cannot fly, and I can only throw you so far.
But it's
Within
in the
ceiling.
ceiling.
We're in the only one that's currently moving.
This is why the tunnel leads down into the mountain.
Hey, buddy.
Fuck you.
Come on, man. Come on. I think you should just give a little gander, a little look-see on that third tunnel. A little bit closer.
For those listening at home, Bobo keeps looking slightly to the right.
He's not going.
I have no idea if you drumming on the book is going to pick up on the sound.
I hope not.
Sorry.
Sorty goes!
Sorty flies away into a cat. Does Sorty mentally yell Sorty as they do something? Yeah. So it was a loud yell in everyone's mind. You hear, Sorty! As they disappear up into a tube. Sorty, give me some perception checks. With your crazy weapon sonar.
6.
6. A moment later,
Sorty!
from a tube on your left, where Sorty flew out to the right, Sorty flies back into the open tunnel, still thinking, Sorty! Congratulations, you have become a Pokemon.
There we go.
It's the one thing she can say without yelling in their minds.
Crust looks up and says, oh, the sword's back.
Yep.
Did you find anything?
No. I found you guys.
Friends!
Friends don't have
What
seven
if you
arms.
traveled through like a different plane and we're like a different group of your friends?
I would have more friends.
That's fair.
If you count us all together, we got 7. That was like a 1.
He takes us in. He seems to consider taking his axe to all of you for a moment. He goes, no, that wouldn't count.
Can you
He's-
survey the room for me?
Continues to trudge along the main tunnel. I hear the point. After a little bit, the tunnel comes to a wide opening with a small subterranean lake off in the corner. That will take some more perception checks here.
What?
Nine.
So 12 plus 6.
God damn it.
I'm liking the dice, man.
Is there one better for you than me?
So was 16 the highest?
I got.
Were it not for the floor being flat, this would be a perfectly spherical cavern. And from the apex of the sphere, Cole looks up and sees a immense white form clinging to the ceiling. It's facing away from you, but it has 2 legs, 2 arms on either side grabbing the ceiling, and an odd arm dangling down from the back, holding a long, sharpened piece of stone.
This kind of reminds me of Goma from Zelda.
It's up to you.
We're looking up, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Only Cole spotted it.
Where's its other arms?
Well, he said there's 4 on each side, which I'm starting to
Well,
count
2
as 9
on each
arms.
side.
Okay.
It's 4 arms holding to the ceiling, and then one just kind of
So it's just
dangling.
got like a
And
weird
2
back
legs. It's got like a weird back arm.
Now,
Yes.
does the Septimus have 7 arms or 7 legs?
Maybe the legend is wrong. Or there's 2 baby arms somewhere. Because like maybe they're tucked.
No, I just can't see them from the ceiling. I will inform the group, but I can see something
At you. Oh, okay.
quietly. Whisper to the group that
That's
there's
a
something above
big
us.
spider.
Can you, when you look at it, can it see? Do you tell that it can see us, or does
It's
it look?
It
facing the
appears to
ceiling.
be facing the ceiling.
Can I see it or not?
A 60-foot sphere would be within your blind
Okay,
sense.
cool.
It's like under that screen.
Yeah, I could scream something, but living for
Can I cast Hunger of Hadar on a roof?
I think so. How does the spell function? Is it just casted on a point?
I think so. I didn't look too much into it.
At this point, I'd like to remind you again that I have only DM'd.
Poor Hans. You open a gateway to the door, a 20-foot radius sphere of blackness.
Yes, you could focus it on the thing on the ceiling and be safe.
Okay. I'm aware of what my own spells do, right?
Yeah, probably.
Mr. Bill?
It's a mix of spellcasters have their shit together and you're a goblin, so I'm going to let you decide.
I'm gonna say I probably have an idea of the spells that I chose, and to know that,
Gives him a really good hug.
I'm not going to cast a spell that does cold damage on a thing that seems to be friends with things that resist cold damage.
Okay. Aside from coal always having a slight glow, no one has a light source with them, right?
I don't
We're
think so.
avoiding torches because
Okay.
of the-
That's a relevant thing.
Cool.
The last line of the spell is kind of dirty.
Ooh. Do go on.
Any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed a dexterity saving throw, take 2d6 acid damage as milky, otherworldly tentacles rub against it.
Notice me, senpai.
I think it's simultaneously the milky and the rub part.
Yeah. It's not like, it doesn't say something like, is lashed out by tentacles. It's rubbed by milky tentacles. That's,
So you're not casting Cthulhu, you're casting Cthulhu.
yeah. I'm digging this. That said,
Anything too brave, I'm not going to call for a stealth check.
do y'all want me to lightning bolt this motherfucker?
That doesn't say anything.
How far away is it?
60-foot sphere. It's probably about 40 feet straight up,
40 feet?
and maybe about 10 feet forward.
So is the floor like bisecting the circle, or is it kind
It-
of like
So
Taking-
it's just like that bottom part of the sphere would be cut
Like a
off.
shaved off bubble. So it's
If you took a marble
Yeah.
and ground it down so it would sit flat, kind of like that.
a globe.
The sort of thing that would be hard to represent even if we did still have a grid.
Yeah.
But since we're not doing this in a video format, theater of the mind seemed kind of like a necessity.
Yep. Alright, what are we doing?
Mm,
Okay.
But I think you should also thunderbolt it.
So we're gonna attack with
I'm going to give
everything we
him Bardic Inspiration, which is a bonus action. It does not specify that I have to make a sound or anything weirdly like that.
Go ahead and read through it, so I'm sure there's got to be some...
You can inspire others through stirring words or music. So can I just be like, yo, dude, honestly, you've been doing a really good job this whole time. I genuinely think, in my heart of hearts, in my goblin mind, that if you were to firebolt this motherfucker, you would firebolt him good and hard. Just like me.
Just in the general spirit of fairness, I'm going to have you give me a stealth check just to whisper this. Like you're trying to find the balance between Vendelvet can hear you and that thing can't.
I totally understand. And I rolled a 9.
9 is not going to cut it. I'm going to need to know your AC.
It is 13.
You're just trash.
doesn't he get to finish his turn first?
Oh yeah, you're getting your Bardic Inspiration, but you're also getting critted.
Me?
Yeah,
Oh,
as
okay.
the Septimus throws the stalagmite. It was
Stalactite,
holding in its back arm at you. That is a 20.
Cool. I believe in you.
Last words.
For 28 piercing damage.
Still alive.
Good.
So
much damage
exactly
did it
what
take?
is this bardic knowledge?
I think you said
inspiration
You have a
card?
D8 for inspiration that you can use.
You can add it to your roll. And unlike all the other
For
bullshit,
accuracy or
for whatever.
I think it's
Oh, is it for...
only accuracy. Let me
Oh,
check.
okay.
Or well, let me tell you what all of it is for.
I know it's a weird thing that you can actually choose to add it after you get the
Yeah,
results, which
when
is
you
super
roll,
rare.
you can decide based on that roll if you want to use your D8.
And does he have to declare it before I say if it works or not, or
Yes,
is it?
you have to say it before you declare it. So give him a 1 second pause or something to go, I want to use my D8 on that. Where does it say? On one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. That said, how much damage did you say?
28.
I am
You have
at
8.
8. How do you know that?
I'm keeping it.
She
Oh.
did cleric homework.
Oh, thank you.
Not really. I'm just doing that.
Stealing my pencil too.
Well, you wrote down the whole party's total HP. That's cleric homework.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Don't try.
And with that, the Septimus drops from the ceiling of the chamber to the ground about 15 feet ahead of you and just
I don't get to do my firebolt that
What's
I
that,
declared a while ago.
horrible roar as you firebolt it.
I still say, again, like Zelda, we just saw, like, 7 arms it has, Septimus. With,
No.
like, oh, hey, I would not recommend using your D8.
And it's a 20 hit.
Yes.
For 8 damage.
Okay.
You have 10 minutes to use that, by the way. So. The
We're
inspiration.
still not fighting, so that's fine.
Yeah, let's hope.
It's
100
So
rounds
you
go
hit
by.
it, then he hit. Yeah.
We are now going to roll some initiative.
I'm gonna say that's a 16. There you go.
Yeah.
So 18 for Yaya.
10 minus 1, so mom.
I don't think isn't first this time.
But he was probably going
19.
What was yours?
19.
That makes my third.
And the Septimus slow.
Septimus should just automatically get a 7.
Yeah. 7 on everything.
It's higher than what it rolled, I'll take it. What was Cole's roll?
9.
Okay. Cole is the only
10
one.
minus 1.
Cole is the only one slower than Septimus.
Which
Sort
is
of.
good. After you hit
Sorry.
somebody, you can heal them.
Oh, no, the Septimus got a 7.
On the roll.
Where'd it go? Yeah, and sorting! The 16 plus whatever.
Yes.
Alright, 11 damage.
Alright. You sink your swordiness into it, and you expect to hit, like, you know what stabbing flesh feels like by now. And you get a layer of that, and then after that it's just cold and solid. Very solid.
Okay.
Do you have a picture of a Septimus?
I should have drawn one.
Because for some reason
I
I'm
missed.
just picturing Hoopa. I know.
Think of...
Take this, add arms.
Okay.
For those at home, grab your monster manual. It's the standard Yeti picture.
But
And
with
also,
more arms.
instead of being man-sized, it's huge, which means it's about the size of 3 men.
Wow.
So it's like a little bit taller than JC? Or
Yeah. What was Sorty's second attack roll?
Yeah, 2. Plus
2 is no good. Yeah.
I'm glad I got to pick some. You know what? Man, I don't know anything about this thing. I'm gonna cast, Fear.
You tell me it's not an AoE spell?
It's not.
Good.
I actually don't know. I lied. Very well could be. And I'm sorry, I wasn't.
So, wisdom saving throw?
Let's find out. 1, 2. Fear. 3rd level illusion. Wisdom saving throw.
It beat your save.
Okay.
I do not know what happens when it beats your save.
What?
I don't know what happens when it beats your save, but...
Probably. Okay, I'm just gonna read it from beginning to end. I'm trying to.
Okay.
You project a phantasmal image of a creature's worst fears. Each creature in a 30-foot cone. Ah, shit. Sorry, Sorty.
He's stuck.
Yeah. Sorty's gonna have to make one.
Succeed on a wisdom saving throw or drop whatever it's holding and become frightened for the duration. Yo, if I see what I have done and know that the Septimus succeeded and Yayat failed, can I undo the duration because it's my spell?
You mean Sorty fails?
That's, you know what I mean, like,
Is the duration of the spell concentration?
yes.
Then yes.
So I can go, fuck, sorry, and then undo it.
But if nothing else, Sorty has to make it for this round.
Okay.
Because you can't dispel it the same turn you
Well,
cast
yeah, I
it.
figured, but just so that she's not frightened for...
So Sorty
10
needs to make a wisdom save. 2!
Awesome.
Alright, he who
Mighty.
is holding the player's handbook, go ahead and look up the frightened condition for us. I think the second to last appendix is conditions.
While frightened by the spell, a creature must take the dash action and move away from you by the safest available route on each of its proceeding turns, unless there is nowhere to move. If the creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight at you, the creature can make a wisdom saving throw. On a successful save, the spell ends.
Unfortunately.
So you're going to fly away on your next turn.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go, my bad,
Well,
that was me.
Pirouetting past the Septimus.
Very fast.
Vendelbeck.
You always screw me over this.
It's specifically you.
Yeah.
For Vendelvex's invisibility, did we determine what action that was? Because I
Bonus
forgot-
action.
Bonus action.
Since we put a limit on times per day.
Yeah. Okay. Vendelvec will... Probably has
Yeah, it's got reach. And by the technique... Oh, no, it doesn't have reach. What the hell? Okay. Oh, big head, little one. 7. Or 5, as you observed.
Vendelvec will go ahead and swoop in and stab. Keep this around. And I'm using that inspiration.
You already used your inspiration.
No, I didn't.
No, he didn't.
The
And
bar-
it doesn't
the bar-
matter.
Oh, the bardic inspiration.
And it
I'm
barely
sorry.
did nothing. To
I-
help.
God damn it.
I was-
16 to hit?
I almost died for you.
Yes. 16 hits the Septimus.
Would have 15 hit though.
Yes.
So you get to use the bardic inspiration for the duration of a minute.
Nope.
No, it's
No.
a one time.
It's I could hold on to it for what, 10 minutes?
Yeah, you get it for 10 minutes.
Until I use it, and I just used it. 12, 15.
This is a unique advantage of Swordy being Swordy, in that if you weren't your own weapon, dropping your weapon would have negated his ability to get a sneak attack. You said 15?
Yep. And then invisible.
Yeah, you also know what cutting a thing with your tail blade feels like, and this does not feel very effective.
Oh. With a little shiver that goes through my entire body.
So the Septimus has what's known as a lair action, which means it's allowed to take an action outside of its turn. And for this one, it's going to bellow out just a horrifying roar. And I need everybody but Swordy to make me a wisdom saving throw. Including the invisible one.
I'm sure Yayap's fine.
11 plus wisdom?
Yes.
16.
And wisdom is probably your best saving throw.
18.
Yeah.
Not fine.
So Vendelbeck and probably Cruz, hang on. Vendelbeck and Cruz are basically affected just like that spell Yayap just cast. And you will be running away from the Septimus for the next 3 rounds.
I love
You will get a new chance to save at the end of all your stuff.
I was probably going to run away anyways.
Okay.
Is he still invisible then?
Yes.
I technically could have done that because I had my cunning action that I could have disengaged with.
It would have been wise. Because even though it's going to be
Well,
a
no,
disadvantage.
because that would have been a bonus action. I used it to go invisible instead.
That's right. While the Septimus will be at a disadvantage, if you do try to dash and not disengage, it does get an attack opportunity. It's probably not going to hit you with disadvantage, but... and that leads us to Cruz, who books it the hell out of the cavern. He makes his subsequent save, however.
I shout and say that y'all are cowards.
Septimus looks down at the trembling blade before it.
Oh.
She didn't get her saving throw. Well, yeah.
We haven't made it back around to Swordy yet.
Yeah.
That die is retired because it crits Swordy.
Oh.
Put that right over there.
So Swordy was distracted by fear.
34 damage.
Well, there we go. I'll just leave.
Just let the cleric track my HP, it's more efficient. Those were the 2 right arms.
Oh.
The 2 left arms
Goodness.
does a 13 hit you.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I presume fear doesn't.
No.
Okay.
And then a 30-foot cone would only reach Yayap and Sorty, but you both need to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy. 18 plus 7.
Okay, you
15.
pass. 15. You're both going to take half. No. Sorty is going to take half.
Okay.
And I basically need all of the d8s. I need 6 more. Oh shit, you are also in front of it, so you will need to make a Constitution saving throw as well.
You guys are dead.
I was gonna say I'm
Wait,
dead.
what is it doing?
It's doing a 30-foot cone breath attack.
We're all dead.
But
Guys?
wouldn't I have technically been behind him?
I didn't know you went behind him.
Well, that's where you go to sneak.
Well, you sneak anytime you had an adjacent ally. I'm gonna give you this one because I didn't have the forethought to think about it. We don't have a grid tonight, but need more d8s out of my bag.
And yeah, remember, I still do Pathfinder, so I'm always thinking opposite.
So you're down to 17 because we are. So that's kind of
Pretty sure I'm just gonna drop before I get a chance to run away. In
These two
fear.
won't be friends anymore.
Yeah, so Sorty will take half.
Pretty sure I'll die anyway. Oh god. This sounds very scary. Like, don't even need to count that.
Well, it's not a great roll. I take it back. It's a pretty good roll.
Yeah, there's a couple of 8s.
There's also a couple of 1s, but there are 3 8s. 8, 12,
This is
15,
bad
24,
times
28, 36.
I'm a part of that funeral.
Yeah.
Quick, we're done.
48 for Yayap.
Wait, minus 48?
Yeah.
Well, you're at negative 40 then.
What's your maximum HP?
36.
What was your current HP?
8.
I have really bad news for you.
Did Yaya get obliterated?
Yayap is instantly
Officially
killed.
dead.
If you ever take a blow that would take you to negative your maximum hit points, that instantly kills you. And
My last words were to inspire you to do great things.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna give you a last action here. You get an action hero moment.
Lightning bolt.
Okay.
Not heal yourself.
And yeah, Sorty
Well,
will
I
take
figured
half.
healing myself would be.
So half of.
So 24.
I figured healing myself is out of the question, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
As you feel your muscles turn to, I don't know why you rolled for lightning bolt.
Oh,
As
sorry.
you feel your muscles turn completely into a crystalline structure and start to see through parts of your body, you manage to just contort yourself into your spellcasting pose and release the bolt.
Beautiful.
I'm at negative 7.
And the Septimus fails its dexterity saving throw.
What is lightning bolt? Is it
It's a lot.
8d6? I think.
Something like that.
Okay. Yeah, 8d6 lightning damage. Your dice have not failed me tonight. Oh.
Need more?
One more. Uh, 12,
That was
13,
8?
14. Oh, I'm sorry. 2 more. I'm just going to count in case those
Yeah.
get rolled around. 12, 13, 14, 15, 18,
Plus 8.
plus 8, so 26.
That's going to bring us to Cole.
Run
There's 31
away.
total, right?
Leave all of me.
31?
Leave all my meat bags. Yep.
Oh, I thought it was 28.
I'm not
So
really a
that would be
meat
31.
bag, but yeah.
You're fine.
There's
Meat bag.
12, 20,
Okay,
28,
Sorry.
Oh,
31.
that's fine.
Oh, okay. According to
It's-
David, it's 31.
You
And I
didn't count the red one.
I think it's
Oh,
the
okay. It's 31, not
31.
28.
Okay, that's much easier math. Because he was at a weird number to begin with. That's a really good hit, by the way. It's almost to bloodied.
Oh, good. It's almost at half health.
Cole,
I have one spell that brings them on that.
make sure you start. Counting rounds. Because if he's dead for more than a minute, you can't
Right.
bring him back.
Wait, I think we're still on the same round, right?
Yeah, it's still the same round.
Okay.
So this is 1. I've actually got a death count going for yay up here.
Since I really didn't want anyone dead, I pretty much get this one time because it costs the 300 GP.
Yeah. I think it takes 10 a while to cast, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's like a ritual spell though.
Casting time, 1 action.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
It couldn't be a long spell because if you're dead for a minute, she can't bring you back.
Right.
While we're looking at the particulars of that spell, we have hit just about the hour mark again, so we're going to go ahead and cut it here. And I think I'm going to take us out with 1920s narrator voice. Will our heroes succeed in the battle against Septimus? Will they manage to bring Yaya back from the brink of death? Will he just die again in the futility of war? These answers and more next time on The Monster Mash.